Welcome back to Fantasy TV, where we get the inside scoop on your real passion, dig deep into your aspirations, and make that fantasy dream become a reality. Today's fantasy is about a woman who's carving her own lane down entrepreneurship and in the music industry, putting her own foot in artist development, working with the likes of Niger, as well as carving her own path with her own luxury cleaning company, D Luxury Clean. Everyone, please welcome Diamond.
Hi guys.
Y'all,
Nice.
we outside, we in the building. Talk to me. What brings you up on my platform?
Well, I mean, consider us being partners. Is that a loose?
For me,
Okay. Consider us being partners and all. I love to come and see what you got going on. I've been peeping the podcast, and I'm not even big on podcasts, so for me to actually sit and pay attention, I feel like that's something that I would love to be a part of. So.
well, thank you. It's a pleasure having you. And respectfully, we outside, and I want to dig deep from the background. Let's start straight from like aspirations, careers, path that you chose, and before we get into the business that path that you have.
Okay.
Starting from career path, what would you went to school for?
I'm actually a 5-year vocal music major.
5 year my fault. 5 year vocal music major.
Yeah.
All right. So how was that experience so far?
Um, I feel like that's where I got a sense of writing, performing. I went to a performance arts high school, so it's crazy because as much as I perform there, I have stage fright. So I actually don't enjoy performing at all, but like I love singing. That has been always like my first love, first passion, so I did it anyway.
Do you still continue this path in like your side passion endeavors, or just like in the shower you singing? That's just you.
I'm doing both.
So,
I'm doing both for sure.
so how was that experience being a vocal music like student? How was that?
Sometimes it was frightening, but it definitely allowed me to push myself beyond my barriers because before then it was just in my house, you know? So when I took a leap of faith in going to a performance arts high school, knowing what I had to do anyway, it was like, all right, cool. Let me do my thing. So I enjoyed that. I probably didn't enjoy the performance parts as much. I'm not gonna lie, only because halfway through singing is where I got better. When I started off, it was like, oh, you a little shaky, you a little light, and it's like we're already in front of people, we can't even go back. So it's like, but
At
it's
least you
okay.
tried. And
I did.
look where we are now.
Exactly.
Now, what advice do you have for people who battle with stage fright, being that it's a challenge for yourself as well?
Um, Honestly, there's a lot of people who would say do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And while that is a thing, I would say know yourself. Know yourself. Because it's something that you could perfect if you really, 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 really want to do it. But if it's something that it's like, I just like doing this, but there's another passion that you have, explore it.
I love that. Now let's get behind the scenes with Diamond. Why are you so what's the word? Stage fright. Does it come with like an introverted character or no?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Like it's crazy because people wouldn't think I'm an introvert because I'm always outside. So, but I'm very much a homebody to myself. I like being in my solitude. So being seen noticeably and it's like everybody's eyes are on me is like, I don't like that. Like, I
I
don't like
mean,
that. Yeah.
what's a good way that you like cope with it? Like, do you give yourself personal time and then also sociable time? Like, I need a good, healthy balance between both.
In terms of being an introvert or stage fright?
Introvert.
Um, I try to. I feel like my life has shifted and changed so much that I don't get as much personal time as I used to, but I'm learning to adjust because obviously I have a bigger calling than just being so closed off to myself.
Speaking of calling, do you feel like you fully grasp the understanding of what your calling is in this industry?
Yeah.
Or talk to me. Well, if you feel comfortable, what do you think your calling is for this?
So it's definitely not an artist.
All right, that's cool.
And that's okay because I still like to sing and that's something that I like to have for me. So I can count that as my introvert personal time. Like it's not something I'm looking to get paid for because then it becomes a job.
It's a passion for you.
Exactly. So I never wanted to turn into a job. But I'm a businesswoman at the end of the day. And being that I have a passion for music and what I'm listening to, it allows me to put that into other people and help artists develop.
Now that's beautiful. And speaking of businesswoman, talk to me about the business that you run, D Luxury Clean.
Oh, that's my baby. So shout out to D Luxury Clean. Soon be co because we're definitely transitioning. We just made 3 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. One of the things I heard on this entire journey is businesses fail within the first 3 to 5 years. So the fact that we're touching that milestone and still going strong.
Now, how often have you heard that, guys? And salute to the ones who keeping their business strong and going. Yes, they're going to be ups and downs. We all go through failures, and you know what I'm saying, hard times. From a cleaning business to a mobile bartender service, we all have our ups and downs. But the fact that you keep pushing and your story behind it is what genuinely shows the most. Speaking of your story, what is your story with this business?
If I'm honest with y'all, I never planned to have a cleaning company. I never planned to just clean, period. But I always had a drive to make sure I can do for myself no matter what.
Independent.
Exactly. So I started cleaning when I was 12. I was working in a barbershop in the Bronx. Yeah. Shout out to SYP. I started SYP at 13. They had me cleaning in NYCHA.
Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Damn, I was like 14, 15, out the month, 13 with SYP. Let's go.
Literally cleaning the same parks I playing. I feel like there should be a child labor law about that. But
Yo, I'm crying.
But outside of that, that was really the start of me cleaning. Most people start in their homes, which is like, that's where you start. But like until you're getting paid for it and being taught to do things a certain way, that's a whole different program. And from there, I went back to it at 18. I started working with different third-party cleaning platforms, and I built there. I was so bad. I was bad. Like they talking about grout. I'm like, what you mean grout? Like what? Like what are we talking about? Cleaning a grout in your showers, taking it from yellow to white.
You new lingo that you ain't even
exactly. But I'm physically already in a person's home. Nobody's teaching me these things. This is all just experience. So I had to learn from my experience. I spent about maybe I want to say like 5 years cleaning with like platforms. I was going back and forth doing different things, different businesses, but this was something
things, of course,
exactly. Yeah. So this was something I always came back to, but I was able to progress. Like every time I came back, I came at a new height. So I went from doing third-party platforms to doing personal clients and their B&Bs and somewhere in Long Island by a beach,
People started reaching out to you besides from the third parties.
Exactly. So it became a lot of word of mouth. And from there, I was like, okay, I think I'm confident to actually take this to the next level and build something of my own. And that's where D Luxury Queen came from.
No, that's beautiful. Now, year one, was it easy for you to get your foot in the door? Like, did you off rip started having clients reach out to you, or it took time to get your feet off the ground and started with the third parties?
I cheated a bit. I utilized the third parties.
Hey, smart. Do your thing.
Exactly. I knew that I was already great at what I can't even say good. I was already great at what I do. I had 5-star reviews, excellent comments. Everybody loved me. Everybody wanted to do reoccurring bookings with me, and that's something that you want.
You need retention.
Exactly. So from there, I started letting people know, like, hey, I'm actually doing this privately. Or people started asking me to do it privately. So before I even fully stepped into having D Luxury Clean as a business, I was already doing private clients of my own.
Yeah.
So I just continued to take people from platforms.
You know what I'm saying? That's totally fine.
And I allowed myself to progress from there, and then from there became word of mouth. So I was working with these clients for 2-3 years, and now they're like, I want to refer you to my friend. I have a friend who has this company, this business, so on and so forth.
Now, what do you say to the people who started their business and not from word of mouth, but from social media, right? Do you envy it, or like what tips do you have to say to them?
Go outside.
Touch some grass, man.
Like, touch some grass, and I'm not talking about the one you roll up. Like, touch some grass, please, because Royal Connections.
It's a fact.
That was one of the first events that I was able to go to and broadcast my business. And now I know people like Corey.
Thank you. You feel what I'm saying? And look at the connection that we have. Now she's on my podcast platform. She's reaching out and branching off about her business, which is beautiful.
And that, ironically, that was my I want to say that was like between my first, second year of business. So you've basically seen my business
The
grow.
growth of it. Now,
Yeah.
fire. And speaking of which, you've actually been able to drop your own app as well. You developed the own app.
Yes. So
Talk
it's
to us more
not
about
out just yet, but
So-
we do have a D-Luxury Co app coming out. We have one for clients and then we have one for cleaners. That way the cleaners have their schedule and everything set up, but the clients are also in great communication. You could pick your favorite cleans, favorite clients, so on and so forth.
Now that's fire. Now, in terms of this, how far are you in terms of experience in the game? Are you outsourcing to other cleaners yet, or anyone that reaches out to you, you're the one doing the work?
So what we have been able to do is start partnerships because these the luxury clean isn't just something for me. I know that there are other cleaners out there who are like me, and I was recently told like there's not a lot of black-owned cleaning businesses,
Is
and I was like, whoa. I actually never thought of that. But I'm like, okay, regardless of that, I want to be able to expand state to state. I'm only one person. I'm not going to be traveling to all these different states just to clean homes and stepping on anybody's shoes at the same time. So, how can we connect communities together through the people who are already in them? So, I actually started doing partnerships and I actually have a mentee. Her name is Angelica. So, she owns Mayeli's Cleaning Services in Philadelphia.
Shout out, salute to her.
Yes, I love my girl. Shout out to you. She's such a student. I actually met her at Royal Connections as well.
Mm-mm. Now, was it big for you to have an apprentice, not an apprentice, but a mentee to look up to? I feel like definitely if in any business, any niche that you're in, if you don't have someone who you communicate with, even if it's not a face-to-face, just someone who you can give lecture to and can kick game to you, just knowledge about your profession. I feel like it's very important. If you're just one man army going about it by yourself,
Yeah.
not saying that you can't be as successful, but why would you not mind, you feel what I'm saying, a mentee to kick you some game and some knowledge, learn from their failures, and so you can be as great as you want to.
Exactly. That wasn't a hardship for me at all. I actually wish I had that when I started because I came in here just on a whim. Like, okay, I'm about to start this business and I took a risk on myself. It wasn't like I saw someone else start a cleaning business. I'm like, oh yeah, let me go do this. Like this was strictly something for me. So when Angelica came to me, it wasn't something that I was even aware of. Like I didn't even know someone would want to learn from me. I didn't think people were interested in the cleaning
World.
Yeah, like I'm like I was still new. Like when I started going on Instagram and I'm seeing how many people own cleaning platforms, I'm like, hold on.
Started seeing the competition.
Exactly. And I didn't think anybody was paying attention to me in that way. So when she reached out to me and she let me know that she was studying me and she wanted to be able to get more information and scale, I was like, let's do it. Like, let's do it. And we had so many conversations over the past, I want to say 5 months, and she's been able to scale incredibly. Like, I mean, she didn't even, there were certain things that she did not have that we said, okay, put this in place, step 1, step 2, step 3. And every time she came back to me, she was on a new height, new level, new
achievements,
clients.
new goals scratched off.
Exactly. New income, like new, it was just like, whoa.
No, that's fine.
All I did was tell you what I did. Like that was it. It wasn't no razzle dazzle. We were talking over voice notes, realistically. So it's not like we had a course. It wasn't no razzle dazzle. I didn't charge her for this. This is just information that I took from my experience that I passed down to her, and she's been able to do amazing things.
No, that's dope for real. Shout out to women kicking game to each other and learning from each other's knowledge.
Sure.
That's beautiful. Now I want to piggyback away from business talk for a second. Let's talk about you personally. My fault. Juneteenth just passed. Talk to me about what did you do that day? Talk to me. What was the vibes?
I was at Barcode turning up.
Stop, respectfully. Speaking of the topic of Juneteenth, what is one thing you love about being a black woman?
Being a black woman.
I'm gonna lie. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it up.
I feel like there's not one thing you can pick out of being a black woman. Everything just is congruent.
If you pick one quality, you missing out tons of more. You know what I'm saying? So it's every single bit that comes with being a black woman.
I feel like it would be selfish to exclude anything. Black women are beautiful. We are smart. We are strong. We are independent. We are soft. We are nurturing. We're so many things. There's no limit.
That's a fact. I love that. Respectfully. Now, speaking of which, background. What would you say your childhood was like growing up?
Let me take a sip with you. Hold on.
Oh. Safe space, so talk your mind. Of course.
In the mix of that, alongside being a Black woman, I had to learn how to do that earlier than
The norm.
I felt I should, honestly.
So you had to grow up quicker.
Yeah. I had to become independent quicker than I would have rathered. So sometimes I feel like I miss that, but even now I spend a lot of time catering to my inner child because there's things that we weren't able to get, able to accomplish, able to do at that age, even though we had to grow up sooner. That is like now I can give back to myself.
What are some of the things you feel like you can reward yourself now that you missed out in childhood?
Bags, shoes.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Pop your shit. Word. Even when I was a kid, there was Jordans I missed out on. I cop once I finally got some money in my the fuck. Hell yeah.
When
Pop
those
your shit.
5 drops, when those metallic 5 drops, I was like, no, I'm having them. I had them shipped from a whole nother state
You feel what I'm
express
saying?
because I needed those.
Respectfully, word.
I needed. I remember crying for sneakers that I could not get, and it was like, go get a job. And it's like, I'm 10 years old. Like, what?
Like, come on now. Are you telling me this
Get a
at this
job.
age?
But by 12, I had one though. So
Come
it's
on
like
now.
I made it happen. I took that and I didn't take it as, oh my God, no. No, like it's like, okay, go get a job. I hounded that man down to work in that barbershop.
You feel what I'm saying? Now, besides from working at a barbershop, what are some of the early jobs you had as like in childhood?
I used to babysit.
Hey, that's what's up. My
And it
mom used to
was-
run a babysit shop.
Yeah, I was 16. I was babysitting for like family. I was taxing family. Listen, this is 100 a kid,
You feel what I'm saying? Respectfully.
200 for 2 days.
Yeah,
Like,
respectfully.
come on now. Like,
Like, come on, no, that ass.
if I'm there the whole weekend, it's 300 just for the extra day. There needs to be food there. Listen, all of that.
Nah,
I don't care if
respectfully,
you family. If you want to go out and you want to have a good time, listen, I need to be able to have a good time and not be stressed with your responsibilities after this either. So, yeah.
No, that's a fact. Now, piggybacking off of childhood for a minute, let's talk about present tense. How's the love life going? What's up with you? How you feel like the current
Mind
state
your
of your love life is?
business.
Hey, Cole, we can keep it. You know what I'm saying? We can keep it under taps too. Word, it's all cool.
Oh my God. Right now, honestly, as much
They ain't seen trash.
I don't even want to say dating scene is trash, but there is still a lot of internal work I'm doing on myself. So it's like as much as I can date and I could go out and I could have fun, nobody's bigger than the program.
You know what I'm saying? Personal work has to get done first.
Exactly. And there's a lot of people who will tell me, I want to take you away from that. And it's like, you want to take me away from what I'm building for myself? No. That's something you
standing on your morals, and I fuck with that.
Exactly.
You're not letting a man change your mind. And
Not
you know what I'm saying? I salute to that word. A lot of men, vice versa, can't do the same. You know what I'm saying? If a man stand on his, he has like a goal he's standing on, and
Yeah.
and a girl comes in his life, oh hey, let's go somewhere, let's take this trip, and then you switch your whole get go. That's, you know what I'm saying? You distracted at that point, my man.
Exactly. I can't be distracted. I don't want to distract nobody else. Like, I feel like during this time, a lot of us are still realizing that we're becoming the new adults.
Yeah.
So we still have a lot of growing up and getting our shit together for
Definitely.
real. And it's like, I'm not opposed to you getting your shit together. And if I know that I'm still getting my shit together and I know for a fact that you're still getting your shit together, it's like, we could be cool. I don't mind that. I don't mind being friends. I don't mind chilling. I don't mind hanging out, but like focus on you, work on you. Don't pour too much into me that you forget that you are still the program in your world.
No, I totally agree with you on that one. So do you feel like dating wouldn't really be at the top of your responsibilities right now?
No, I can still go out and have fun,
yeah,
but
no,
I'm
Tank,
not
that's
like,
nothing.
yeah, like I need to date. Like, no, I don't need to date.
You know what I'm saying? This is not a quest for love.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
I'm fucking
I got God
crying.
on my side. I know it's gonna come, and I know He's gonna choose who's best for me. So there's no reason for me to be hunting. Like,
Nah, salute to that. I love this. You are confident in where you standing. I salute, respectfully. Now we're gonna jump topics for a little bit. Fashion game. What do you feel like is the fashion game is going right now for the ladies? What you been rocking lately?
if I'm honest with you,
It's hot now. All you know what I'm saying? Straight sundresses is hot. Sandals out. You know what I'm saying?
It's
I ain't gonna front.
summertime.
It's that time, y'all.
summertime. My Instagram already know. I already warned them. I am a nudist this summer.
Shit, me.
We are wearing skin. Okay.
Shit, me.
I don't want to see you ashy. First of all, it's too hot
Good up lotion. Good
Your
up
skin
cocoa.
should even be sweating enough to the point that you are not ashy, but still
Johnson
like,
and Johnson, baby.
I want to see that glow.
You see that?
I honestly don't care what you have on. I don't care if you got on Gucci or H&M. Wear it, rock it, and make it look the fuck good, and that's it.
That's a fact. I love that. Respectfully. Do you feel like you are a girl's girl? Like, do you support the women of other, do you support the flow of other women? Like the businesses and the entrepreneurship roles and things that they go?
Yes,
I love
yes.
that.
I would definitely love to get a shout out to Compassionate Cleaning. She is doing her thing. Like she just reached 60K on
That's
Instagram.
what's up.
She's been doing so much, and she's actually one of my biggest inspirations. We started our businesses around the same time. Maybe hers was like a year or two before me, but I look up to her when it comes to cleaning services, and I study how she's been able to do pricing was my biggest like thing here. So it's like I studied her and how she did her pricing, her hours, how she managed her time with her people. So yeah. And she loves on her clients, and her clients love on her right back. So I'm literally studying her from top to bottom. Shout out to you.
No, that's what's up. Salute. Now I want to talk about pricing for a second. Do you have like a package deal? Like me, I'm a bartender, so I have like a package, like a bronze, a silver, and a gold package. Do you have something similar?
I have a few packages. So I start with refreshes. So I'm actually in residential and commercial.
Okay.
So as much as I service people's homes, personal
You also
spaces,
have corporate.
yes, I service businesses as well. So I have different packages for each of them. So one of my most standard packages for residential is our deluxe refresh. So that's where we pretty much start. I don't consider myself a basic cleaner at all or a standard cleaner. I don't even use those terminologies. I am naturally a deep cleaner because I'm coming in here to change the whole experience of your home.
No, I love that. From the scent to every single knit, every
Scent,
dust that
organization. Listen, this is bothering me. Let's place this in the middle. Like I went, like my clients, I had to actually add an organization package because my clients love how I'll just come in and I'll shift. Sometimes I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't ask because if it was misplaced, you don't even know. Listen, let's help you out real quick. Like you're gonna walk in and think, whoa, like I have a whole new home. Like my home looks like when I moved in, and I get that a lot. And even down to scents, down to the products that I use because I mix my own solutions. That's eventually something that I want to do is come out with my.
So you just not using Lysol and like.
Oh, I
you
do,
are, but
it's a mixture. So
some of homemade products
exactly,
as well.
exactly. I'm not going to buy bathroom cleaner, this, that, and the third. There's the same thing in every single product. They just put it in a different bottle and charging you for each of them.
Learn something new, y'all.
No, we're not doing that. As a cleaner who has to rebuy these products because I work at least 6 days a week. So things are gonna run out often. I'm not going and buying 50 million different. No. Let's get it together. And my clients love my products.
Now, honest Al, for a second, have you ever had an unpleasant client, like someone who was not pleased with your profit, with your product, with your service? My fault.
I literally spent 6 hours in someone's home, and 4 hours was dedicated to her kitchen.
There must be a dirty kitchen. Damn.
And afterwards, she thanked me. She sent me the money. She paid me for the extra time because initially it was only 4 hours. And she came home and there was just like a little smudge of something. Like, I think it was like on a border or something that I clearly missed.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, you were in here for 6 hours. What were you doing? How did you not see this? And I'm like, you have a whole entire new stove that I just like elbow greased into the. I can't even entertain this. We don't ever have to work together again.
You know what I'm saying?
And I want to say something to all business owners. It's something that I had to figure out for myself. It is okay to say no. Not all business is good business. It is okay to let a client go. Not everybody is meant to stay here for the entire journey, or they would have. That doesn't mean be sloppy to nobody, be nasty to nobody, be disrespectful, handle everything with grace. But not every situation is meant for you.
No, definitely. So obviously you handle that in a very professional way. I like the way you conducted yourself.
Yeah, I even gave her.
You know what I'm saying? Look,
well, I had already gave her a percentage off.
Yeah.
I already gave her a percentage off, but even the extra money that she sent me, I sent it back.
Understandable, of course, just for the inconvenience of her not liking the mishap.
Exactly.
It's all good.
Yeah.
And ever since then, of course, you've been 10 times way better, and there hasn't been a client that has that same remark. So
No.
salute. Now,
I learn from everybody.
that's a
Every
fact.
experience.
I love that. Now, I want to take a step forward. Not for about the business talk for a second. Let's talk about your other endeavors as an artist management. So
Oh.
you also manage a couple artists. Talk to me about the one that you have featured on your profile.
So I have featured Najir. He's actually my first artist. I really just got into artist management, development, PR work within this last year. To be very honest, we were able to connect, and he saw how I was outside, people I was outside with, and he's like, "Okay, I'm not mad at opportunists. I'm not gonna lie. How can I take advantage of this, and how can I make it work for you and me?" That was the proposition that he came to me with. Naturally, I want to help people develop and scale, and I was already in tune with his music before. And I was like, okay, I don't mind giving you some feedback, working with you. That's how I looked at it initially.
Yeah.
I could just give you feedback. I can put you in tune with people who can give you feedback and get you an extra boost if that's what you're looking for. But since then, we've been able to become connected. His birthday is actually the day before mine. So it's like our thought patterns are very much in tune. And the way we've been able, the way we've been able to work together, I've seen him progress so much over these last 6 months alone. So a lot of things that I've done for him was just based off belief. I feel like anybody that's working on something, a craft, it doesn't matter where you are, you just need somebody to believe in you. Even if you really don't or feel like you don't, like, okay, I got it on my own, but just having that extra power behind you, it just fuels something in you. And I was like, okay, here's what you have to work on. Let's get it done. And I will be with you every step of the way.
I love that. So you're giving like development to the artists in terms of how they work on their vocals, stage presence, whatever the case may be.
Even if it's down to clothing, if I got to do that. Like, that's why I see, like, I could say manager, I could say PR. I'm more so just in development. That's what I want to help you do. I don't need a title. I'm not looking for nothing out of this. How can I help you be better? That's it.
Oh, that's fire. Now, talk to me about your artist. What songs does he have out right now that you want to?
So everybody go tune into On the Way. That is actually one of my favorite songs by Najee right now.
On all streaming platforms?
On all streaming platforms. We just released, so he's on YouTube. He's on what is that? Spotify, Apple Music,
Pandora, all
Najee.
that.
Yes.
Love that. All right. Now, why did you come up with like this passion for this? How do you like helping other artists become better?
I like helping people, period. I see myself as being the person in other people's lives that I didn't have. And instead of using that as a downfall and as an excuse for not getting things done, I just poured it into other people. That's one of the things that I learned young. I was in my first business opportunity at 18 years old. And the one thing that they taught me is whenever you're down, lift somebody up.
Of course.
And it's not even always that I'm down, but regardless, I find a reason to lift other people up.
Oh, that's fine. I really love that and admire that for a second. Now, any other artists you aspire to work with in the future? Female artists, any? You got a female artist you want to work with?
Honestly, I have more people I want to meet than I want to work with, because I feel like if I say I want to work with you, it's like you need some development, you need some, you need some help. There's nobody really that I feel like needs help. I'm more so in tune with what I have going on. However, people have noticed what I've been able to do with Najee, and he hypes me up as well. He gives people a lot of information like, hey, she's helped me do this, she's helped me work on that. Like, I'm here because of, so and so and what she's told me, and I've just been listening. And people take that feedback, they come to me and they be like, can you help me do this, that, and third? So people really find me, to be very honest.
That's what's up. I love that, for real. And salute to the artists that you have planned on working with, and salute to Najee. Check out his Apple Music and on all streaming platforms on Spotify, Pandora, and more.
Yes. Naijir.
Heard it here first. All right. And before we wrap this up, talk to me. You also manage another artist. Talk to me about that.
Yes. I'm not going to lie. Every song on there is a bop to me. And I'm not just saying that because I work with him. Like, literally.
No bias.
No bias. I'm the type of person to tell you this is whack. This is why this is exactly why my artists work with me, because I'm not gonna sugarcoat it with you. So yes.
All right, you heard it here first. Now, besides from that, talk to me about the brand ambassador that you been partnering with. You've been heavy in the gym lately with the girlies. Talk to me about that.
Listen, okay, I was in the gym for a promo. This is a homegrown body. We go to work. We do not go to the gym. Y'all just need to get active, okay? I am active every single day. That's why I look the way I look. Little hype. Okay, anyway. So but shout out to Jamie and Intentionals. I love everything she drops. I'll be like, okay, I need that. Like, even if I'm not featured in the content, it's okay. I need that. Like, this is not just for promo. They've been having a few pop-up shops. Her and her partner, he has SSF. He's also an artist at Superstar Raw. So he has his brand SSF. So we rocking that. We doing our thing. So they be outside. Y'all should be on the lookout for their pop-up shops. You could get all his bracelets, and he be coming out with, like, I think he's doing shirts, bags, everything. Listen. Come to the pop-up shop. Y'all don't gotta hear from me. Y'all could go see it in person in New York City. They're very local. She be having her gym suits. It be bodies. Oh my gosh. Listen, y'all talking about Juneteenth? Y'all about to miss this, because this episode is gonna come out, be honest. But listen, if you not at Fergie Baby's Juneteenth cookout,
you heard it here first.
You're gonna miss me in that outfit. Like,
come on now.
You're gonna miss me in that bodysuit, skirt sets, everything. Make sure you go get you some Intentionals, and you can use my code TW4 for a discount.
You heard it here first. Now, before we wrap it up, anybody else you want to shout out? Any artists, people you work with, brands, pros?
Yes, I want to give a shout out to Ayo Eliante. That is my boy. I want to give a shout out to Sha, Take, Money Gang, Didi, Money Bag, Eli. I love them. Yes. Shout out to BBA. That's Ayo Eliante's new album on all platforms.
Respectfully.
Shout out to They Love Us. Love from y'all, Bodet, the original, period.
I love it. We outside. Now, before we wrap this up, where can we find you on social media? Instagram, TikTok, YouTube?
You can find me at the Diamond W on Instagram. I do have multiple platforms, but that is my main platform. So everything else beyond there will be tagged, but I won't highlight it because I won't be on it.
Okay, if I want to hit you up for your business, for your cleaning service, where can we find you?
The Luxury Clean on Instagram. And you can go to theluxuryclean.com and you can have access to our entire website.
I love it. We outside.
Later.
All right.